Yeah, I think as a group, especially, I think we're excited. It's a new challenge. It's a different challenge for us. I think it's important to remember all the work that we put in to get to this point, and it doesn't get easier. It gets tougher now. Last year to just get the opportunity to play playoff games was a grind, and for us it's starting over, and now you come in with those expectations, but individually we all went off and you put in the work to be better. We added a couple pieces that we think are really going to help us, and as a group it's just important to continue to build on what we have going here, because we do feel like it's special.
Last year you surprised a lot of people, a lot of opponent with your the way you end the season. What do you think your opponent will think about you when you gotta face them?
I don't think it matters too much what they're thinking. For us, it's always been about ourselves. That's the way it was. You think about last year, the winning streaks, the losing streaks. It was always about us. It was always about what we can control, and that'll be no different. So to take a step forward, obviously, we need to make improvements, and it's interesting how you look at the season. For us, you still have a bitter taste in your mouth because you feel like you could have done more. Obviously, losing in the playoffs is disappointing. You felt like you missed an opportunity, and now to get that chance again is going to take a ton of work that we're all really excited for, and that's our next challenge.
What do you think you draw from last season as a group?
Well, I think we did whatever we could to make things tough on ourselves, but we also got tested and we saw how resilient we were. So I think you don't want to put yourselves in those situations. We got to avoid losing streaks. We got to be more consistent. But we also understand that when this group is tested, we can handle pretty much any challenge. So we feel comfortable. We feel confident in each other. But we obviously know that it does get more difficult, and to be ready for the challenge, which we're excited about.
Put in perspective how much more difficult it gets to take that next step from being a team just trying to make the playoffs and making the playoffs, and then actually finding success in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, every team feels like they improved in the offseason. Every team feels like they got better. Just because you jumped a few teams in the standings doesn't mean those teams aren't there. And then you're still competing to move up and to improve. So it's the competition doesn't stop. I mean, you look at our division. There's not a team in our division that doesn't feel like they're going to be competitive this year. And certainly, there'll be some emphasis on those games. It's going to be tough, competitive, intense hockey. Consistency is going to be important. And for us, just continue to build on what we do as a group. We're starting to understand our identity as a team and to play to that. And when we do those things, as we saw last year, we can have success. Well, I mean, you look at what we were last year. It was a team in every sense of the word. Up and down the lineup, we needed everyone to contribute, everyone to show up, and when we were at our best, we were a team that forechecked. We wore teams down. We spent less time in our own zone, and those were things that we continue to build on. But for us to grow on that is going to be the next challenge, the next step. So I think we stick to our bread and butter, but I think there's certainly areas where we can expand as a team as well.
Brendan, it was great. Brendan.
Sorry, I'm getting.
Sorry.
Let's do it at the same time.
No.
As a team, how do you replace guys like Savard, Devo on and off the ice, guys that were good leaders?
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I mean, obviously they were here for a long time, those guys. So, what they brought to our group will be missed for sure. But we have the opportunity for a lot of guys to step up. We have. You can't really call them, younger guys anymore. They've been here long enough that are ready to step into those roles and those responsibilities and take on a little bit more of a challenge. And I think that's exciting for them as well. So, we'll do what we need to do as a group to take care of it. But we know that they filled some important roles for us last year that we'll need to address.
So it was right about this time last year that you mentioned you were going to change the way you played. You wanted to play smarter. It would help you survive. You certainly did have a healthy season. You had a successful season. Now you're a year older. So what are your goals?
I mean,
how do you approach this season?
I approach this year like I have any other year. Do what's asked of me to try to help a team have success, and that's when you have the most fun playing this game. I've never really looked at the end goal, goals, assists, certain numbers like that. You try to be consistent, try to be a player at the end of the day that your coaches and teammates can rely on to show up every single day for work, and you want to be a part of a winning team and winning culture, which is when you're doing that, this game's a ton of fun, and that's what I want.
And you did learn how to play smarter. You must feel confident about that.
Yeah, I mean, growing and adapting is always important for any players. Obviously, as you get older, that's a part of it. But there's a fine line. You can't lose what you are as a player and your identity. And I think I was still able to play to my identity and have an impact the way that I've always tried to do. So, understanding time and a place for everything, and that's the biggest thing.
With this team seemingly on the cusp of bigger and better things, do you ever wish you could turn the clock back 10 years and you could make yourself younger at all?
Oh no, I wouldn't change anything. I feel pretty blessed to have every experience that I've had in this league, with this team, in this organization. Every year for me has been a ton of fun. So I would never go back. You just hopefully make it last as long as possible.
Young players tend to turn to veterans, the guys that have been there for a long time. As now the oldest player on the team, do you feel there's an added responsibility on your side to help them fit in?
Yeah, I was just talking to Savvy. I'm trying to get him to come back. I don't know if I like that title. I don't know. I think that's certainly a part of it. That's certainly part of your role as you get older, and in this city, understanding where you can help out. I was really fortunate. I had a lot of older players help me out when I was younger, and it's something that I'm really appreciative of, especially looking back now. So you try to reach out and be there for guys when you see an opportunity, and just make sure that they're comfortable coming to you when they need you.
Rookie games this weekend?
Sorry, I got two.
Have you watched the rookie games this weekend?
I heard, but I took this weekend to kind of get out of the city, go fishing, and get ready for what's going to be hopefully a long season here.
As a young father, and how much different you feel right now?
Oh, I loved it. It was awesome to get to spend time with my little girl. She was. You get to see him grow up, and obviously, to help my wife out as well. I think when we had her, it was a pretty tough time of year. We were getting ready for playoff hockey, and she had a big load on her shoulders. So to be able to help out was a lot of fun for me.
What's your favorite part of being out?
I just think it's the little milestones that you reach every couple weeks. There's something new. You get to see some excitement, and anytime you can put a smile on her face and bring some joy, it's a pretty good feeling as a dad.
Changing diapers?
I mean, there's certain areas you can help out. It's like a team, whatever you're asked to do, and that's one of the areas that I can actually help out. So it's you do what you're asked.
On that Crave series, they showed that after your mom passed away, that was the first guys to follow and pass on to the ones. How is Jeff maybe different than maybe other management people you've worked with in the past, as far as the connection to the players, and maybe Kent being a little different just because he was a player agent before?
I mean, I've really only had two, and I feel pretty fortunate. Obviously, with Berge, I had a really good relationship with Berge as well. He was somebody who really cared about us players, passionate, and he did this job incredibly well for the decade that he was here. And then, obviously, with Gortz and Kent, it's their own individual approach, and the fact that they took the time. They didn't really talk about it, I'm sure, on the show, but that was trade deadline day, that pretty busy day for them, and they took the time, obviously, to check in on me and make sure I was okay. And those little things that as players you obviously appreciate, because you talk about having a family environment, a family feel, and they set the example from the top. So it was something that obviously I really appreciated for sure.
This rebuild started, you weren't really at a stage in your career like
Build like the time, but it's gone quite quickly. Why do you think they've had success so fast in 2 years before you guys are in the playoffs?
I think obviously they had a plan, they stick to it, and from top down in this organization, I think everyone's bought in and believed in it. It's obviously you work hard to put yourself in this position to get to this point, but it doesn't mean it's over now. So it's just another step that we're looking forward to taking.
Consistency been a key word used by management so far. As a whole player, how can you help the young guy achieve consistency on and up the ice?
It's the biggest challenge in this league, honestly. If you want to play in this league, be a consistent player. If you can be relied on day after day, you'll play in this league for a long time. And anyone can have a week where you're performing at a top level. It's important to be able to bring it, night after night and be relied on. And that's when you really start to have success as a player, but also as an individual. I think there's a lot to be said about the players that can do this for a long time consistently. It's one of the toughest challenges that we face as players.